not everywhere, but most everywhere.
What made you decide to go back out on the road now?
To do this tour? Well, this is not the tour I wanted to do. I wanted to do a South American tour, and it just wasn't feasible at this time, so I took this tour. This is why I'm doing this tour. There's no particular reason for it.
Well, you wanted to do a tour.
I wanted to do a tour, and I wanted to specifically to play South America. And Bill Graham is about the only promoter I know that can get people down in South America. And he tried to do it, and then at the last moment, I was sort of set my mind mentally to do something. And we did this because the other one didn't come off.
Yes, but can we try and keep traffic from coming? Because that's what, if that, you know, shouldn't have that.
But this has been a good tour.
What kind of audiences have been coming to the shows?
Mostly foreign audiences. In France, we had mostly French audiences, and then in Spain, we had a lot of Spanish audiences. In Germany, there were German audiences.
What about Italy?
Italy, they were mostly, probably Italian. I don't know.
Do you find that they're older fans that have been your fans since the 60s, newer people?
I find all types of people, yeah. As the older ones, you know, they get so old, they might not want to come out, you know, because after all, you get to be this age, you get to be old, you know. And at this, a lot of people, when they get to be in this age group, it's harder for them to get out of the house. You know? It's harder for them to sit in a big crowd with a lot of people. It's harder for them to even, it's very difficult for them to even go to the record store and buy a record when they get to be my age.
You mean really old?
Oh yeah, yeah. So usually you have to have younger fans because they're willing to go and you know and go out in public and go to the shows. But most of the people who started out with me, I don't know what happened to them. Some of them, though, they still brave the animosity of the world and manage to make it to the show. I've seen a lot of faces from the 60s, 50s.
How's the reception been?
Well, the reception's always good. There's never any problem between the audience and me. There's never been any problem between the problem is other media problems. For some reason the media reportage on the shows I've done never has really been entirely accurate since '78. This is true. Now, I wouldn't want to go deeply into that, but I don't know why, you know, but if you go to the show, you'll see an entirely different thing than if you read about it in the newspaper the next day. Not all the time, but quite a bit of it. You didn't expect that answer, I know.
No, I don't think it's true that you've always gotten, I'm sure there are times where the
a lot of times you'll read about negative response, like, oh, he went electric and all people booed or walked out. Well, these things aren't true. It's true to an extent, but, you know, you go to, you say, oh, it was all gospel. Oh, so the crowd booed and walked out. This wasn't true. Maybe 3 or 4 people maybe walked out. If 3 or 4 people walked out, I personally, I've never heard of it myself, but there's never been a problem between the crowd and me as a performer. If people want to go, they go. If they don't, they don't. If they go, they generally leave, you know, in a frame of mind. They leave changed. They're in a different frame of mind when they came, you know, and I think some of them do.
What is it about your show that you think changes people?
Well, during the course of the show, I myself probably change, you know, so maybe people can pick that up, they sense that, and then maybe they go through a few changes themselves, I don't know.
Is that an objective?
That's what I've observed, you know, and all the time I've been performing.
Regardless of whether they leave changed or whatever, it is true that for almost as long as you've been performing, you know, people have been coming out to see you and